Why, hello there, everybody. How are you doing today? It's me, again. And again, I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to embolden you. I'm here to empower you. I am here to inform you. I am here to educate you. I am here to inspire you. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to build you up. I'm here to lift you up. I'm here to bring and give you peace. I'm here to bring and give you hope, because I am here to bring, give, and tell you the truth. It's called controlling the narrative. It's called redirecting. It's called leading the sheep to the slaughter. That's what you're seeing going on. The president and his administration, all of them, are doing just that. They are taking back the narrative. They are steering the direction of where the country should go. Simply put, they are being leaders. They are being true servants. They are being patriotic Americans. Period. Now, a lot of you all still operating underneath opinion. I'm telling you, you all are going to get your little feelings hurt. Okay? I'm telling you, stop. If you remember my little saying, it's so simple. Don't think, no. Don't tell, show. Okay, go. Now, the new press secretary guy, or communications guy, or whatever. Okay, that's just like him and President Trump are cut from the same cloth. These are professional businessmen. These people are used to dealing with sharks, that if these politicians got into the same water with them, well, the sharks would look at them as chum, food. Okay? They wouldn't stand 37 seconds with the people, because the level of strategy play that President Trump, then businessman Trump, is accustomed to performing at and excelling at and winning at is far, so far. It's like an NFL team. President Trump is the NFL team. President Trump and his administration is the NFL team, going up against a mighty midget team. That be the Senate, the deep state, bureaucrats, those people. They can't compete. You overwhelm them. Every day, President Trump is given the lying media something else to focus on. And then it's the lying media that has to explain. It is the lying media that's going to have to explain, why didn't you look at Hillary, Lynch, Obama, Wasserman Schultz, What about Seth Rich? He was only murdered. We got all these other things going on, and what do you all want to talk about? You still want to try to cut down, berate, and belittle the president. I just watched a video concerning the new press guy, which is named Scarlamito. I don't know. I can't remember his name. He's a nice guy. I like him. But he's the communications officer. He didn't take an oath. Funny how nobody wants to deal. The lying media doesn't want to talk about why those. Yesterday's video, I said that there were 5 Republican senators. Come to find out, there were 6 traitors. Okay, they're just throwing a little hissy fit. Don't worry, we're going to get to that in a second. Why aren't you talking about what's going on in the government? The real people. The ones who... Why aren't you all, lying media, talking about the ones who have taken an oath? Oh, because, well, they violated their oath. They are criminals. They are counterfeits. And you are their mouthpiece. How about that? Well, I'm sorry. You can lie to the people all you want. The only people that are believing your lies are your brain-dead drones, the little stick people. Everybody else is waking up. We are tired of being treated like property. We are tired of being talked down to. Period. So, the new, whatever he is, press secretary, communications head, whatever. Again, all I know is he didn't take an oath. And also notice that the only ones that the lying media, the only people who have taken an oath that the lying media want to focus on are who? Why? President Trump and his administration. Why? Well, again, just outing them for being the mouthpiece of the deep state. Ooh, we're scared. Not scared. Not scared of you. I mean, why aren't you talking about Wasserman Schultz? Or the servers, or the guy getting the IT guy, former IT guy, whatever, who was arrested by the FBI as he was trying to flee the country, just happened to decide to leave after they came in and seized the smashed hard drives. Just because you smashed it doesn't mean it can't be recovered. Dummy. Come to find out that his wife left with a boatload of cash back in March. She says, dummy, you want to stick around here? I'm getting out while the getting's good. I'm going to go back and live in a dirt hut somewhere. Oh, well, I don't know what she lives in. I'm going back to Pakistan. Better live in Pakistan free where they can't touch me yet than to live in the lap of luxury. That will soon come to an end when I get locked up and go behind bars. Well, dummy stick around too long. And I think that the only reason why he stuck around was, again, they all operate with getting hooks in you. Okay? So, why, you have to ask yourself a few questions. 1, why did he stay? 2, why did he still have the hard drives? Was that so he would stay alive, or was he trying to say, hey, look now, if you don't, look, telling you, if you don't give me what I want, because remember, he was running a scam. Him and his wife ran some kind of scam and took the money and sent it over to Pakistan. If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to turn these in because I still got them. Light bulbs coming on. Again, folks, I've said this several times before. I'm going to say it again. The slave, the criminal, the counterfeit, the imposter, the fake, the fraud, the definer, the bully, the liar, the deceiver, they could care less about anybody else. They are all for themselves. Period. So now his bargaining chip or his threat or whatever it was taken from him. So he's going to beat feet before he gets dead. Well, he got snatched up. Which again, I said it yesterday, innocent men don't run. What you running from, Bubba? Birds of a feather flock together. Hey, Wasserman Schultz, why were you still in contact with this dude? What's going on? Now, I saw a post, I didn't get to look into it that much, but I saw a post today saying that Wasserman Schultz, Wasserman, whatever, I don't know. Man. Why can't these people just be called Smith and Jones? Wasserman, just Schultz, you know what I'm talking about, is asking for immunity. I can't confirm it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Folks, these people are going to prison. And again, that's why President Trump and his whole administration is doing it. Now, a lot of you all jump to conclusions that Sean Spicer was, well, I heard one guy. You all know who he is. I'm not going to say who he is. But y'all all know him. Some of y'all love him. Some of y'all can't stand him. Some of y'all are, okay, some stuff is good, some stuff is bad. Coming out and saying that he's the deep state leaker. It's a little hint on who the guy is. Not a deep state leaker. If he was a deep state leaker, then why in the world did President Trump ask him to stay? So says President Trump. Sit down and shut up. Stop this. Look, we've had enough with the fake news. We just need truth. We want truth. How hard is it for you all to tell the truth? Just because you have an ice cream doesn't mean it's the world's greatest ice cream. Everything that you do isn't the world's greatest because you're doing it. That's what they tell you. Stop it. Just tell us the truth. Just give us the facts. Stop spewing out opinion. Again, if the outgoing guy, I just said his name. I'm tired. Okay, so, but the outgoing guy, Spicer, if Spicer was the leaker, then again, why isn't he arrested? Now, I'm telling you, President Trump is making it look like that there's chaos going on. And he's been doing that. Again, so that when the lying media is outed, finally, for once and for all, and everything that they've been saying is proven to be a lie, like the Russia, then they will be discredited and they will collapse in on themselves. You give a criminal enough rope and the criminal will hang themselves. Well, in this case, President Trump is providing the lumber for the gallows, the nails, the hammer, the screws, the screwdriver, the tools, and all the supplies, and these dummies are building their own gallows. And they're getting a very, very, very long rope. They've made the noose themselves. They've stuck their head through it. They've got it nice and tight. And now they're about to pull the lever on themselves. All of them. Now, again, the new guy, Scaramucci, I think that's it, right? Scaramucci? If it's not, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to people who haven't taken an oath. They're no different than a singer, than an entertainer, than a stupid little person in a stupid little box, than you, me, we the people. They're not in charge. Stop operating underneath opinion. So he's talking about the tweet, and he's on with, and I'm listening to this on Fox. I think Brett Baer shared it from his Facebook page, and Brett Baer was on, I don't know, American Newsroom or something. I don't know. I don't watch Fox. I don't have cable. How about that? So and they're talking about his tweet. And this is what Scaramucci says. Is it Scaramucci? I hope it is. I hope I'm not, because I mean no disrespect. I like the guy. Sharp guy, intelligent guy. He said to them, to CNN, he said, well, you know, I sent out the tweet, and I included the hashtag for Reince. And the lying and the media or the journalists, he's being nice. All the while he's mocking them. And because the journalists, pay close attention, folks, it's semantics. Because the journalists know who the leakers are. Hold on. Let me make sure that's exactly what he said. I still got the tape. Hold on. So when I put out the tweet and I include Reince's names in it, they all assume that I mean him. Reince Priebus is the leaker. Because the journalists all know who the leakers are. Let me make sure that's exactly what he said. Hold on. The journalists all know who the leakers are. So, notice he first said, assume that I'm talking about Reince. And then tells him, you know I'm not talking about Reince because the journalists all know who the leakers are. Now, if Reince wants to come out and explain that he's not a leaker, I'll leave that to him. When there is no reason to prove that you're not something, that you didn't do something, that you're not a criminal. Light bulbs coming on. How about that? That's why I like this guy. That's why I say these people are so much sharper. And then how did Fox News, fair and balanced, right? Fair and balanced. No, lot. Well, what do you think about that, Brett? Well, I think that there's trouble in Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, fool, he just called you a leaker knowing traitor. That's what it is. He just told you that the journalists know who all the leakers are. So they're trying to steer the narrative. Well, guess what? I just took the narrative right back. But the vast majority of you all didn't hear that. All you all heard was the very same thing that the stupid little people in a stupid little box have been wanted you to hear, because you're operating underneath opinion. You don't want to be held accountable. You run from accountability. Well, there is no more running from accountability, because accountability is here. You all want to profess that, hey, that Reince isn't like me. He's not a big brr. That's what one guy said. Well, man, we need somebody that goes up in there and just makes them do something. You're a bully. That's why some of the people are having a problem with Jeff Sessions, because he's not a bully. He's a pit bull. Christian man. God-fearing man. Law-abiding man. That all equals up to a very real, powerful man. Period. So again, what happens on it? What happened with the rest of the interview? Well, Fox News, Brett comes up. Well, I think that there's real problems at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. There is no problem. You all out yourself that you don't know what in the world you're talking about. Again, folks, there is no leaker. President Trump did not bring a leaker in with him. The leaker was already there, because again, you all don't know how it all works. You all don't know exactly how many people are working, how many unelected, simply who are appointed people, otherwise known as bureaucrats, work at just the White House alone. Some things you don't get to pick. And they are sitting there. They are sitting there and doing everything they can. That's where the leakers are. President Trump didn't bring the leaker in with him. Period. It's already been proven that Obama was indeed spying on Trump. Admitted to by the NSA. Period. That's a criminal act, folks. Got to go. Got to go. So again, Scaramucci, all he did, and please, man, I hope I'm saying the guy's name right. All he did was he just told them, you all know, why are you all talking about this? You know what you're talking about is a lie. See, you're finding out that the servant is the biggest, baddest beast in the jungle. That's why you don't want to play by the law. You don't want to play by the rules of the law of the jungle with us. That's why the servant, the one who lives in truth, will win on any field of battle. Law of the jungle, we win because we're the biggest, baddest. We don't go out to attack. We just take out the threats. You just told them, you all lying. Why are y'all even talking about this? We'll definitely win in the courthouse. Because, look, the counterfeits hate the servant, just like the slave hates the servant, because the servant outs the counterfeit for being a counterfeit, outs the slave for being a slave. The servant does. The counterfeit messes up, is there just to prevent you from doing anything. They want to control you. Period. And when the servant comes up, they don't even know that the counterfeit is that the person that they're dealing with is the counterfeit. Because the counterfeit knows that they're dealing with the real deal. Okay? And then the counterfeit says, well, hey, man, I know I can't control this person, so we've got to start cutting this person down, pushing them away. Trust me, I can testify. I've had it done to me by pastors. I just, okay, fine. Hey, look, I don't stay where I'm not wanted. I'm not going to fight with you. But because I'm not going to stoop to your control level. But no, I'm sorry. You do not define me. I don't care what the heck your title is. So what they do is they push until you leave. Because you're a threat to outing them. They're afraid of the truth. Then they have to explain why it is that the servant is no longer around. Because you see, in my instance, you know when I'm there. Okay? You know when I'm there. You know when I walk in the room. And again, not because I'm loud and boisterous and I bring attention to myself, because I really don't. But you know when I'm there. But you want to know when you really notice me? When I'm not there. And then they had to explain, well, what happened to him? Where's he at? Why isn't he here? What's going on? Something must be wrong, because there's something out of place, because we missed the guy. Maybe you've had that same experience. I hope you have. It just means that you're doing the right thing. But once I find out that I'm not wanted, I just don't go back. Because I know it's only a matter of time before they come back to me. And that's when I tell them, I'm sorry. You don't meet my standard. I see who you are, but more importantly, I see whose you are. Now let's touch on the Senate real quick. Okay? With this healthcare skinny repeal. What these people are doing, again, they're just trying to drag everything out. They are trying to make President Trump operate underneath the law of the jungle, make President Trump come in. That's their problem. They're trying to make him do something. He's just standing there saying, nope, not going to do it. It's on you. You've got to explain. You 6 senators got to explain. And I was listening to Jay Sekulow today. And even he said the same thing that I said in yesterday's video. He said, why in the world, John McCain, did you come flying in, vote and say that you were gonna put forward to work on repealing something, and then vote not to repeal it the very next day? These people are lying to you, folks. They are counterfeits. They are criminals. Now, this whole thing about skinny repeal and everything, don't worry, folks. It's gone. It's already gone. It is an unconstitutional law. That's what they do not want you to know. They do not want you to know that they, by passing that law, violated the law. And that the only reason why they did that was to make themselves fat and happy and to control you, because they could really care less about you. So now what are they doing? They've got a double sink. Y'all have seen the double sinks before? Yes? Yes. You got one in your house? Good. So do I. I've got one in my house as well. On the left side is all the vile, stinky, nasty, crusty, dirty dishes, greasy pans, just sitting right there. That's Obamacare. So it's time to do the dishes. So what are these imbeciles doing? Well, they don't want to deal with the dirty dishes because they're the ones that made the dirty dishes. They created the problem deliberately and intentionally. And they don't want you to know that. They are trying to drive us towards a single payer system. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because they have no more support system now. They have no one propping them up. They've got the doer in as president. They got the doer in as vice president. They got the doer in as attorney general. All the doers are in. Okay? And they are outing them. Again, real quick, back to Brett Baer's little segment. He says, what this administration is trying to do is trying to get its legs. So they've accomplished more than probably any administration has ever in the first 6 months of their administration. What do you mean trying to get their legs? Well, there's two different factions inside, the pretty little blonde woman says. There's no two different factions. It's President Trump's team. Do you really think, again, if President Trump knew who the leaker was, knew that Reince Priebus, or even thought that Reince Priebus was a leaker, that Reince Priebus would still be there? No. Case in point, first day on the job, what is the first thing that Scaramucci does is he doesn't fire the guy, he gives the guy the opportunity to resign. Leaker. And then doesn't want to show his hand and says, no, hey, I don't know the guy. I don't know. Yeah, you do. You just do your job. Again, you don't lay all your cards on the table. You all want to know every daggum thing about everybody. Y'all a bunch of damn busybodies. Just worry about your own little business. Stop looking over into your neighbor's house. Well, I don't know. Maybe you like looking in your neighbor's house. What, you a peeping Tom? Looking into your neighbor's window is a crime. It's called peeping Tom. Let me see you peeping in my window. Got a big surprise for you. You won't ever peep in nobody's window again. How about that? Just saying. So anyway, what the Congress is doing, what the Senate's doing, should I say, is they've got the big mess of Obamacare and they are deliberately and intentionally avoiding to clean up the mess. So what they're doing is they're going to the cabinet, they're pulling out all the dirty dishes, all the clean dishes, putting them in and saying, look, we're doing the dishes. We're doing something. We're doing something. Yeah, you're cleaning something. You're doing something that doesn't need to be done. You're cleaning a plate that you just took out of the cabinet. And we're seeing that. And we're tired of it. Folks, these people, they're going to go to prison. President Trump is just giving them all the pieces are starting to come together. These people are jumping around. President Trump has overwhelmed them with so many things by simply doing. They are short-circuiting. They can't keep up. The only thing they know how to do is stop and do nothing. Just sit. Don't believe it? Just ask the Democrats. We're resisting. You're a servant. You idiot. You got to go. Folks, this is over and done with. Over and done with. So again, just so I'm clear, President Trump has no problems with Reince Priebus. Reince Priebus is not a leaker. Okay? President Trump has no problems with Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions is doing his job. It's Jeff Sessions that they're scared of. Whoever they're attacking, that's who they're scared of. They're scared to death of the new guy. That's why they leaked out his business information. They're scared to death of him. They smear, remember what Diamond and Silk say, they smear what they fear. Okay? There is no problems in the White House. Nobody's going to take them out. Nobody can stop what's going on. My question to you is, when are you going to start doing it? When are you going to, first and foremost, hold yourself accountable? Because unless you hold yourself accountable, the only ones who does not hold themselves accountable, the stick people. They don't hold themselves accountable. They have no standard to meet. They don't set any bar because they don't want to fail. Well, by not wanting to fail, they are failing. Criminals don't hold themselves accountable. Politicians don't hold themselves accountable. Christians hold themselves accountable. Servants hold themselves accountable. Slaves do not hold themselves accountable. Guess what you don't want to be? You don't want to be a slave. You don't want to be a stick person. You definitely don't want to be a criminal. Because if you're any of those, you're going to run from the servant. You're going to run from the truth. You're going to run from the doers. So, first and foremost, hold yourself accountable. Then turn your attention and do the very same thing that President Trump and his administration, and you're seeing it, do exactly what President Trump and his administration is doing. And overwhelm the enemy, the counterfeits, simply by doing. They can't keep up with you. They will collapse in on themselves. That's what you're saying. They don't know what to do because they are plain and simply not used to doing. They aren't conditioned. President Trump and the new guy, everybody that's around President Trump are doers. They are used to, so glad I've got my shades on, accomplishing. Not coming up with justifications and reasons why you shouldn't even try. That's a loser. That's what that is. Only losers do that. Just start doing, folks. Because there's going to be a time real soon when when people are going to come up and ask you and say, what are you still doing? Sitting, operating underneath opinion. When all of the obstacles have been removed, all of the excuses have been removed. Oh, you're not doing because, well, I'll let you fill in the blank. Just say it.